Hello, everyone. How are we all? Let's go share this out and get in thing. Okay, let's YouTube go live. Minutes, there we go. Here on X. Read this over here. I don't know where we're going to hear anybody. Let's grab the link. That link. Do, 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 do. Okay, let's get in the on air. Nobody there. Let's go put the link also in some things on Twitter. Messages. Let's put in tank. And yeah, we'll put in the Slee stack-ins. Put in Dillards. Put in the Misfits. And I guess we'll put it in Cross Comics 1. And maybe 2 as well. Not that anybody from my chat's always. There we go. And let's bring up this. Okay, so hope everybody is doing good. Okay, so we were working on panel 2 here on Saturday, getting all these houses to look half decent. Oh, we just got the moon done. To the moon with you, to the moon. Okay, that's vehicles. Church houses. That was gray houses. I guess we want okay, that was just somebody calling. Let's see. Let's see. Now we want brown houses, I guess. We'll do next. Create a folder that says that. Brown houses. We will take this one here into there. And I guess we start with this one. Okay, so let's see. we go. Grab that color. And we're going to have to do something to make this look a little different. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to have to come up to the gray house here and take some of the color, get the gray out of there so we don't see it on this house. Okay, so I think the gray would be gray houses there. We just take that out. There. I thought we had gotten all did this too. There we go. Gonna have a bit more to do on the gray houses too, unfortunately now. But we're gonna get everything looking good. That's what matters. There we go. Take that out there. There. And we'll come down to the brown houses. Grab the brown. And there we go. Make it look better. Definitely some stuff we have to do there to make it look better. Clear out the bushes here. It's always thing. Got to do all this work and probably not gonna. Most people aren't gonna see much of what you do to make it look good. Okay, so I'll take that out there. And we'll take it out here too. There we go. And we will make that brown there. Hey, Outcast, how are you? I'm good. I had 2 videos I put up today. One, a new channel intro video. I figured that needed updating. I've been wanting to do it for a while. And then coloring of somebody's fan art. But how are you? Hey, thank you, Metal. Plus, how are you, Metal? And anybody who's in the Discord who wants to hop on, feel free. I am in the on-air chat. I saw the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet. Yeah. So what do you think of the new channel intro video? I'm pretty sure that's the first one I put out. So. And although I'll show you something in a second here, I recorded myself doing it. Tank Ferret when I was on a show a week or two ago. Did an image, and I have it, and I colored it today. That'll be a video going out tomorrow. You thought it was fine? So it's Canadian Shield meeting Pitt. My coloring of this will be going out tomorrow. I might do a second part to it. Well, maybe not a second part. I might record myself a little bit more. Putting some shading and lighting in. I'm not sure. I wasn't going to put much shading in, but there is the stuff there. I'm just not sure whether it needs my shading or not. Well, I'd say thank you, but I didn't. Actually, I didn't draw it. I colored it. And I just got to get one more piece of art off somebody. And I'm going to be probably putting up a whole bunch of pieces on my website for fan art for the Canadian Shield. Metal, did you see my new channel intro video? I saw your post for the People's OC was immediately swarmed by furries, which is exactly what I had expect to happen. Yeah, I was not expecting that to happen. And yeah, furries, and they just also happen to be how shall we say it? Of the LGBTQ community too, because I wouldn't think necessarily furries are in that community, but the one had I looked at their profile and had the pride stuff, and then the other one said that the kid in the bio that it showed me was gay. OC original character. That's the majority of furries. Oh, I did not realize that the majorities of furries were that. And I wouldn't say necessarily overwhelmed. I didn't. I don't have to. That's in my notifications. Probably easy to find it. There's one. I'll take it. Well, technically, I guess they're all. They're all furries. There's only about one, maybe two that I might do. Oh, I could do the corgi one, but it's not all really that original. It's a dog. Yeah, so there's only really one that I'm somewhat interested in doing. I was hoping to get something a lot better. I'm gonna have to go on to sites, I guess. It's just I saw other people doing it. I thought it'd be a good way to, get some content and putting that out there, and then I get that. I didn't offer up any because you've drawn several of my characters before, but you're welcome to take a pick if you need some. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I might definitely take you up on that for sure, Metal, because, well, not a lot. I didn't get a lot of people, as far as I'm concerned, good ones to choose from. There was a cat in a witch costume, or something like that. Anamorphized cat. Here, I'll show the one that. The only one that, out of all the ones that I was shown, that I might do. Copy image. Yeah, this is the one that I might do. Because I don't really want to be promoting the furry stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, I might start doing some fan art of people that have characters. Rick, so you're going to draw people's original characters. Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing. And they're going to be time lapse videos, so I'll draw them, color them, and then put them up. I'm hoping to do one once a week. Outcast. So if you want to send me one of yours or yours, feel free. I was trying to use Twitter to get a bunch. Uh, at least that one is just like a normal cat standing on its hind leg, not really sexualized anthro. Yeah. for sure. Metal. Like I'll show you the other. I'll look through my characters and I'll meet. Okay. I'll show you the other couple. Well, that got put up. This is the first one. Let's see. Copy image. Didn't look too bad, but one thing gets me for it that I don't really want to. I think there's another one. It's saying bisexual, mostly gay, and then the BDSM fetish. So I'm not really hip on doing this one. Then I got copy. Then I got this one as well, which it's just a corgi dog. It's like, okay, I'm just drawing a corgi dog. I could do that anywhere, anytime. Uh, then let's see. And this person on their profile, this is one showing to be person is gay. Had the gay pride flag on their thing, so don't really want to promote that. And then the last one that I got, these weren't necessarily in order that I got them, was this one. This one's not too bad, I guess, but I didn't see much wrong with it, but I'm not sure whether I'd be comfortable with the body. Okay. Uh, it's the word OC. There are furries out there that spend their time searching that tag to find people willing to give them free cheap art. Ah, okay. Let's get the. Is there a way to do something like what I did and not attract those people? Metal? Because, like, I've seen some people put up similar posts. That's what got me thinking, an idea to do it. And I've put my character. A couple people have done it. I'm not sure if there is a way to word it without attracting their gaze. Such is the nature of the internet. Yeah, yeah. It wouldn't have been so bad if I would have got at least a decent number of people, more than just the furries, if you will. Because I figure, like if I'm doing this, I'm also promoting whatever. If I draw the OC and I share it out and all that, I'm promoting whatever their character might stand for, so. Or they might stand for, so. I'm thinking I want to be careful in what I draw. Like more popular people just have more eyes on them, so they get normalish people submissions as well. The furries are still there, just in the probable spam section most of the time. Uh, I get ya, I get ya, I get ya. Maybe, just maybe, I will be able to. Hey, Fitzchozo, how are you? You should add my friend Phasma's comic character, Samson from COVID Kid, to your list. I've drawn him a couple times, and he is fun to do. Look at some reference. Okay, yeah, do that. Okay, Fitzjoseph says, all right, just recorded another XCOM session, waiting to get back from Kickstarter. Okay. What have you done for Kickstarter? Corvid. Okay, so yeah, she came on once, right? When we were talking about your latest project. She's the artist on your project that you're doing, right? Metal. Yeah, she's the artist for Dreamscape Dilemma. Waiting to get back from Kickstarter project on funding. Oh, okay. Glad you liked is what I meant. Okay, so let's gray car 3. Okay, so let's take that out there. Let's grab the color. There we go. Put some in there. Okay, let's make our eraser a little smaller. There we go. Let's add a layer there. We will do windowish. And then we'll and then I'll add another layer here, and I think I'm going to do that as if it's a tire. Okay, so later we're going to come back in here just because I want, you know what, we're going to actually grab that right now, and we're going to go down here for the other color. That way on this one we can make it a little opaque. And hello, I was thinking somebody was in Discord with me, but I guess not. Although I think my mic might be picking up my landlord's TV. Can you hear any sort of music? Blue card 2. Okay, we'll put that in there. And I do believe that is that card. There we go. Yep. Okay, so blue card 2. Do, 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 do. There we go. And It's true. Okay, says, I'm glad you liked is what I meant. Okay, yeah, we're up to date on the chat. Okay, since I'm doing that to that, I'm going to come up to the gray car. And we're going to grab the gray color here. We're going to color that in there. There we go. Okay. But that's above. So I guess I'm going to take that and put it up here as well. There we go. Okay, so now we'll go like this. We'll grab the tire there and we will color in this tire here, there. Okay. And I guess we're gonna click that and it's gray car 2. The other one should be gray car 3, right? Yeah. Then we're gonna bring the car into there. And I believe that is that one. Oh no. Where is gray car 2? I realized I forgot to read Discord policy update this morning. And how did it affect you any, or are you all right? Okay, so there we have it. Here is gray card 2. Okay, so we'll take that out there. Take that out there, that there. Definitely take that out there. There, sent you some reference. I'm actually working on a Samson's Jones piece right now. Yeah. I'll probably gonna try and get probably try and do that piece tomorrow then. As well as I want to get some stuff done on one of my pages for this. Oh jeez. Didn't get gray car. Let's put that up to full. And then down to there we go. You sent? Did you send on Discord? I probably taking it, Metal. Cool. Do it whenever. I'm just trying to help. Yeah. Rick sent you an email. Let me know if you got it. Okay. Oh, and just a reminder for the, I think it's more Outcast for backing. Probably in about a week, things are going to probably be going through sometime next week for what's my name in it? From my comic. Yeah. I'm probably gonna send out an email to all those back. Okay. Okay. Did you? Okay. Where doesn't? Okay. I don't see it. It it Outcast the email. Uh, okay. There we go. Uh, and yeah, thanks for that for sure, Metal. Thank you for the. Okay, so I got that. Now let's. Do. Add a layer, and then we want to. All right, and it. Well, you should have me saved, right, as a contact. So I don't know why it wouldn't have gone through. Let's come down here and there we go. And we want some tires. If you have Twitter or you're in my Discord too, you could just send it to me through a DM in Discord too. Outcast. Hey, Alpha. Can you hear me? Okay. Are you even talking? I want. Okay. Okay, got it. Alpha. Cool. I like. I will definitely. Okay, so now we need to figure out what's going on with Alpha. Because I'm trying to watch. Oh, Metal's here too. Can you hear me, Metal? Hello? Metal? Can you hear me? Rick, make sure your Discord has the right mic. Yeah. Output device. There, that's alright. Can you hear me? It's got my mic as out input. Okay. You guys are, I think, being able to hear me. Can you hear me, Metal, in Discord? I can hear you on delay when I mute YouTube. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna restart Discord for myself. So I'll be back in a minute, guys. I don't know why Discord is being a pain. Discord. Hello? Can you hear me now, Metal? Hello, hello, hello. I might not be able to hear you. But I don't see your thing going green around the edges, too, for talking. Hello? Metal? You there? Can you hear me? Oh, Metal just went out. I think Discord might be having some problems because even just sharing my window in Discord is. Or I might be having some problems. I'm trying to share my screen and it doesn't want to. Let me know. Hey, Victor Rios, how are you? Hey, I tried to join the, but it's not working. Yeah, I'm noticing some. Yeah, I think it's Discord itself says metal. Okay, so I wonder. I wonder, wonder who wrote the book of love. Okay, let's see. I got another idea. Okay, take that off. I'm gonna disconnect from there. Come over here. And start video call. See whether that will work. And a call. Have you? Okay. Can you hear me? Alpha? I might have to bring up the chat just to find out whether you can hear me now. Uh, okay, can you hear me? Type in the chat. That stinks. I got a subscription this month and everything. Discord is trying to be your all-encompassing hangouts. Okay. Okay, I was trying to... Let's go to the general. I doubt it will make any difference, but... I'm in the general one now, so I'm not sure. I doubt it's gonna... Yeah, it's gotta be... Okay, unfortunately, I don't think I can bring anybody on today because, well, you know what? There is another way. There's always another way. Yeah. Yeah, close. Well, let's just go. Uh, test. Do. That virtual cam. Okay. Add to stage. Uh, invite guest. Copy. Okay, so. Okay, I sent you both an invite. I went on and got StreamYards up. So if you guys want to come on, let me know if you're coming. Hello. Did I hear a beep? I think I heard a beep. Hey, give me a sec. I'm gonna switch my headphones into thing because that's probably gonna be where I need it. Let's see. Hey, Metal.
Hey.
Okay, let me turn my volume up.
Can you hear me, Rick?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's good. And can people hear you? You want to talk again for a second or two?
I guess I could talk,
Okay.
That's not something I can do.
Okay, yes, people can hear you. Hey, Tim. Says device not connected for Alpha Proto. Oh, there we go. Add to state. There we go.
Oh, yes, I can see what you're doing. Not that I couldn't anyway. I do still have YouTube up. I've got two monitors, It's handy.
Yeah. Okay, there. They can see that. Well, I can. Can I make it so it's two of us being shown? I don't. I don't think so. Custom layout too. Song. Okay, there we go. Showing me and Alpha Proto. Let's. Well, I think everybody can hear you. Well, I don't think they can hear Alpha Proto.
I cannot hear Alpha Proto.
I can hear him. What's up, Tim? We hear Metal, yes. And they're Alpha Proto. There, now they can hear it. Should be able to hear Alpha Proto if he talks.
Maybe he's just in like a silent mood today. Have you ever considered that?
Yeah, well, I actually added him, so yeah, first his stuff wasn't working, so I was having a hard time adding him. So let's window, StreamYard. Well, Alpha, as far as I know, has not yet talked.
Nope.
Transform. Actually, let's reset. Was that you that banged something?
Oh, I was grabbing my phone charger. And it hit the wall.
Okay, so I'm just making sure that was you and not Alpha.
We would like to apologize for the technical difficulties we are experiencing at this time.
We want to apologize for technical difficulties? Okay.
No, I don't actually want to. I just feel like we have to.
Okay. Okay. crap. Ugh.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get it to show my hand. Yes, I know what I gotta do. I know what I gotta do. Instead of showing my window, let's me share screen.
Well, it seems like you're sharing your desktop at the moment, I think.
Window. There. Share.
Or OBS or something, but yeah, don't share that. Just share the actual what's it called? The program window.
Yeah, that's
Like
what
share
I.
Clip Studio.
Yeah. Stop virtual camera. No.
I mean, even if you wanted to do your virtual cam, you could have just made it to where, well, no, you couldn't because then it would have to show whatever you're showing on OBS, unless you set your virtual cam to share a scene instead of a source, or sorry, other way around, a source instead of a scene.
Yeah, and unfortunately, with us both presenting, I can't present both of us. Me and
No. I mean, like, so, like, you go into your virtual cam and you can set what your virtual cam is showing, and it doesn't have to be your entire OBS window, like what the entire scene. You can set a single source. So, like, if you're already capturing Clip Studio in OBS, you could just set your virtual cam to capture that source instead.
I can output source. Clips. Okay.
There you go. Aren't you glad you have me around?
Yeah, I did not know I could do that. Now I know. Okay, so now I can remove myself there, and we can add Alpha Proto. There we go.
There you go. Now both of you are there.
And we can take that stop screen. Now I just wish I knew whether Alpha Proto could hear us.
No, he can hear us. I think. I mean, he typed in the private chat. Yeah, I just don't think we can hear him.
Oh, what did he say?
He was just saying to share your Streamlab window, and he says he can hear us.
Okay. Do you have a mic so we can hear you? For some reason, you can't hear me. Make sure you got the right thing set for your mic. I'm a voice actor.
Same. Probably less prolific than him, but yeah, the same.
Okay, now
you can find things I've voice acted in on newgrounds.com.
Okay. I want to enter as well. Okay. Yeah, I can. I'll send you a link, Fitzchozo. I'm sending it to you on what's the name of it?
Listen, if you've been in more than 2 accredited things, you're already more prolific than me. I've been in more than 2 things, but those are like the only 2 things I actually have like credits on, I guess. Well, no, I've also done my own stuff. I've done like comic dubs, but you know, in other people's stuff, I've only been in 2 accredited things.
Okay, I guess I'll send you a direct message on Discord for the link. It's Chozo.
But I've done radio spots before too. though, like, you don't really get credited in radio spots because there are no credits for radio spots. And I used to do puppetry for years. Yeah, so I have a lot of experience voice acting. I just don't have a lot of credits.
He says, I'm not prolific at all. And then he says, oh, I am.
The last voice I needed to do for somebody was my buddy Blue Banana, and he needed somebody to sound like Michael Douglas, I think, in what film was it? I can't remember which one he wanted me to like basically mimic. His character in Wall Street. That was it. He wanted me to sound like his character in Wall Street, which I think I got close enough. I wasn't like exactly on the dot, but you know, it's voice acting. You don't actually want an impressionist most of the time. You're just trying to give somebody a direction. So I think I nailed what he wanted me to do.
Yeah, I'd still like to put together that thing that I was planning on doing, the voice thing for the comic, but Dillard never gave me his lines.
Mm-hmm. I have lines from Dillard for an animation I was going to make like 5 years ago that I just never ended up doing. I still have them though, so if I do end up doing that animation, he's still going to be the character he recorded the lines for.
Hey, Fitzgerald.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah. I actually wanted to get the Dillard in episode 2 of Romo and Krim, but I also am having production issues on making that. So good thing he didn't even record yet. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, I know.
Like because my PC keeps crashing when I try to set up the scene. So can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can be heard.
Oh. No, okay. Yeah, I was gonna have Dillard voice the replica droid, like a skeleton robot thing.
Yeah, but I think technically I've been, if you count puppetry and doing the voices for pupping as a form of voice acting, though it's more than that, like it's just a general form of acting in general, then I've been doing voice acting since I was 8 years old. Now, obviously, I was really bad at it back then, but it's a good time to get your start because then you can start getting better faster.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that we're just gonna grab.
And probably to nobody's surprise, that started in the church.
Oh, the puppetry, or?
Oh yeah. I used to go to competitions for that too.
Yeah, I'd like to do some voice for puppetry or something like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, puppetry is basically the general art around everything puppets, including the making of puppets, and then puppeteering, which is what I did, was the actual acting with a puppet.
Yeah. Cool.
But I guess I did general puppetry as well. Like I've had to modify some puppets for different things, which is kind of like theater costume work. I've had to actually help build and strike up sets and strike down sets afterwards. It's a lot of work. It's basically like you're putting on a small stage play.
Yeah.
I mean, uh, puppets used to be a major part of Hollywood back in the
Yep.
80s,
Well, I mean, even earlier than that.
70s and 80s. Like the obviously the thing from another world is a puppet with John Carpenter.
Oh, I mean, no, puppetry has been a big part of Hollywood going back to the 20s. It just isn't so much now because we've moved away from doing things like physical and in camera for the most part. And
Yes,
technically, you could
everything's
say
CGI now.
puppetry. Yeah, but you could say that some forms of CGI are puppetry, right? Like the rigging and everything.
But yeah,
Especially when
but
you have to rig to mocapping, right? There's somebody who is kind of like doing the movements for the puppetry for the CG rig later.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've never done mocap at all, and probably never
Mhm.
will. At least,
It's a lot of work. You
uh,
need a setup for it.
yeah. I just manually animate whenever I do this animation.
And
Yeah.
even with mocap, like all it does is it helps you make more realistic or fluid movements, right? Because you have to go in, you have to edit a bunch of the not modules and everything anyway to make sure there's no errors.
Hmm.
But I was gonna say, even
I'm going, yeah. If
even
my
the
animation career is to advance, I'm going to need a better. I need a hardware upgrade. That's the main thing holding me back.
yeah, but I was gonna say even the whatchamacallit is digital animation I'd say is more puppetry because especially the 3D animation is because
It
you
depends what you're
move
doing, but
because
there is a
you're
lot of puppetry in it.
because like you're controlling a bunch of objects. I'm not sure how you want to put it, but
Well, and similar, it's like joint control, right? Because that's mostly what you're doing with puppetry, is that you're controlling joints of an actual puppet. There was a lot of early animation on the internet in Flash that was also, they call it puppetry, where it's like you create a kind of like a 2D model of a character and then you move them by their joints,
yeah,
Hmm.
which was
almost
also
what
common on Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network did a lot of stuff in Flash where they did that.
almost what pastry does.
Yeah, that's also called symbol animation, but on the internet, a lot of people just refer to it as puppeting, right? Like
Okay.
Legendary Frog was a famous guy who did a lot of puppeting.
No,
Archer, I think, is probably one of the most popular shows that does that right now.
I know, I know. Archer's been going on forever. I mean, I was 7 when Archer came out. I believe in it. I think I was probably a bit too young to be watching that, but even then, but my parents didn't have cable, so it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
It
I think
wasn't, yeah, back at that
Alpha
time.
brings up like the new King of the Hill and Invincible. There's a lot of that in there. Those I
Yeah,
would consider more of like mixed medium almost, right? There's a mix between some shots are actually drawn by hand, especially when they want them to be more fluid. Some shots are basically rotoscoped over 3D models, and some shots are just like puppeting the equivalent of 2D models in both of those shows. Yeah, they are definitely puppeting their in-betweens.
yeah, and uh, how Romo and Criminal are animated. They actually animated use constraints, not rigs. But if you don't know it, you probably don't know what constraints are in 3D. Basically, you set a limiter of how an object rotates. Rather than
Mhm.
creating a bone rig, or you create these a limiter for like know how an object you have an object stuck to another object. So
No, no,
when one
I know
object
exactly
moves,
what you're talking about because that's how I used to do
yeah,
it when I was in my CMAT class. It's just been so long I didn't recognize the word.
yeah, yeah. And it's easy to do that with machines. That's why
Mhm.
pretty much every robot character I make is going to be animated that way.
Yeah, yeah, or
So
like I used to do it with like cars because it's like a super easy way just to have the wheels rotate as it goes across the ground and stuff like that.
exactly. exactly. But machines are it's very easy to do that with machines, since especially if you have a clear idea how these parts fit together.
I was talking to somebody, I forget who, and they said they were doing some sort of animation and the wheels wouldn't move with the car or vehicle or whatever.
Mm.
Um. Yeah. I don't know I don't know who that person is. Yeah, I could probably tell them how to do it properly. I've done wheels for.
Yeah, there's multiple ways to do it too, right? Like if you have a
Mm.
stronger system, you could just use like tensors to fix it in place, and then like if it has a physics program, as the car moves, the
Mm.
wheels will actually move. But if not, then like you do timing and stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah, like I said, I forget who it was that was I was talking to. I was saying they were doing an animation and the whatchamacallit didn't want to, the wheels didn't want to move with the car properly or something like that.
Also, there's an argument out there that 2D automatically looks better than CGI, but what does Rango fit into that? Because Rango could never be 2D animated from a visual standpoint.
Well, I don't think 2D automatically looks better. I think it's easier to make 2D look better, depending like it's an easier skill to build up. There's a lot of
Mm.
studios that just do 3D because it's a front-loaded process that saves them money over the long run, right? But
Yes, and the short one is actually more expensive. Like I said,
yeah, yeah,
my computer can barely handle.
yeah, yeah. But you know, part of that expense too is you're using the same like rendering computers that they spent their millions of dollars on for all of their stuff.
Mm.
So it's like the studio costs setting up are a big one, and then a lot of the process of making all the models you need for the movie are a big upfront
Mm.
cost because you have to pay people for their time. But after all
But
that's
once you have
made,
the models,
then it's yeah,
yeah, once you have the models, you should reuse them.
yeah. Especially if you plan on sequels and stuff like that. Um, but I do think, especially because 3D space and 3D models are something that fits more into the uncanny valley in general, even if you're trying to do something that's more cartoony, like Rango,
Mhm.
which looks great. I think that's a beautiful movie. That's some like top talent was working on that one. Um,
Mhm. But yeah, but no, the thing
you
about
need to
Rango
be more talented
that
in that case than if you're making 2D. But you can make ugly 2D as well.
no, but the thing about Rango is that the models, the textures are all super detailed,
Yeah.
which and particles are all super, which the only other way I could see the film being animated was through stop motion. That's the only other way that I can see it working. But there's no way you can get that to work as serious drawings.
Yeah, but also if you're working in a 2D movie, you may not care about the textures. Like that's not the thing you end up focusing on, right? Like that
I
you
know.
could make a 2D version of that movie, it would just in certain
Look
ways be a
entirely
different
different.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd even plan your shots completely differently too because you're working in
Hmm.
2D.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, and Alpha Proto brings out that Rango was special because they didn't record their audio in studio. They actually acted it out on set using boom mics like a real movie. There's a lot of like higher quality 3D animation, or even some games where they just want the acting to really sell it, where they have the people act out like they're on a set. Uh, Not quite as high quality 3D because of the limitations at the time, but Devil May Cry like 1, 2, and 3, all of those things were actually acted out like mocapped, and they used the versions of them acting on set with boom mics and everything, which is why there's like this almost genuine appeal to the scenes in Devil May Cry, even with how crunchy and low poly they look.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah, like some of the scenes, while the sets they worked on didn't look exactly like the area in the game, they basically built block sets that were as close to the in-game set as possible. So they had things to like move around
Yeah.
on, jump off of, and everything. So they could really get a feel of what the character was going through.
Nice reference there, Alpha.
Hey, you know, if you're gonna build the shield, the Hulk is like the closest body you're gonna get for him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have. I have.
Either that on
Go ahead.
well, either that on Astartes, but
I've also said Juggernaut would probably be a good body to use too.
Yeah, they're pretty close. I could see like an Astartes body build for him. I could, yeah, because that's like that is a Hulk of a man. Because like the problem is, even if you were trying to reference like a real world, like muscle man bodybuilder, like the people who go out competitively and do it, they'd still be too small to be Shield, proportionately speaking. Even if you scaled them up to his height.
Yep.
yeah. Like sorry, I was gonna say something. I said never mind. But uh, by the way, I thought of a crazy idea because I'm not really that much of a 40K fan. I know Pope Metallicus, the guy I used to stream with a lot. He's really into 40K. But I wanted to say, well, actually think it would be a better idea to try to animate a 40K show in stop motion rather than CGI. Even though I know that's what where they're going, probably where they're going to go with.
Well, I don't know if it'd be a better idea, though. I do think because of the nature of the figures for the game, a stop motion one would still be a good choice regardless.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Due to the
but
nature of the game.
have you seen the secret level episode for Warhammer?
I barely watched any Secret Level. I don't think I watched the
Yeah.
first episode, and
Well, they're all
that was Dungeons and Dragons.
independent short films, right? So
I
you
know,
can
I
just
know
jump
already.
around
I
to the
know
stuff
already,
you're interested, right?
yeah.
But that one looks great. I actually think that's the best looking one out of all of them. And if they did the show like that, I don't think it'd be a problem.
Yeah, I saw Dungeons and Dragons one. That was on one race saw.
I really liked that one, and I also liked the Mega Man one. I thought the Mega Man one was really good.
I was confused by why the hell was Pac-Man one then wasn't Pac-Man. I was confused by it. It literally looks like an artwork at first.
Yeah, you know, there's a game that's like a tie-in to, right? I don't remember if it came out, but there's like a Metroidvania kind of like doomed world labyrinth game with a Pac-Man like that. And I think that was the point, like it's a tie-in to that game.
But that doesn't make that confuses a lot of people because it isn't
Yeah.
anything like how any Pac-Man games are.
There was a
before
few
that.
episodes in Secret Level that were supposed to be tie-ins to like games that were coming out. They also ended up making a Concord one, and it came out after Concord was already canceled.
I know. I heard about that, right?
Alpha says, yeah, they have the same appeal as like the Lego movie. You know, that kind of like pseudo low frame rate, trying to pretend to be stop motion, I think works in the Lego movie. I don't like it anywhere else, really. Like I hate the way the Spider-Verse movies look.
Oh
The
yeah,
jittery
same
thing
here.
that bothers the
Yeah,
heck out of me.
I can't even really follow the fight scenes of Into Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
The first one when it came out. I think.
And a lot of the
don't
same
even-
people worked on K-pop Demon Hunters, and did a lot of the same stuff. Though it was smoother than that. It wasn't as bad as Spider-Verse in that. That actually was by far not the worst part of K-pop Demon Hunters. I like forced myself to watch it the other day because everybody's been talking about it, and it's like, why do you guys like this movie so much?
I ain't even bothered. Cause I was probably not target audience, but I was probably never a target audience. It was like same like teenage girl, so I don't really care.
Yeah, Alpha Pro says the Spider-Verse films are trying to imitate a moving painting, and I get that. It just doesn't look good
I mean, I've
to
seen
me.
that done better on TV, so that's the thing. That type of like I've seen comic book imitation art styles done better on TV animation. But then again, the all the ones I can name are either 2D animated, or in the case the 2012 Ninja Turtles show, they add some comic book effects over it, but it's still mostly CGI, not pretending to be 2D. Like yeah,
Oh, I remember that one. I didn't really care too much for that one.
yeah, but like the that one, I don't think it lasted long. But that one Ant Man cartoon they had on Disney XD actually looked like
Mm.
a old 1960s comic book as a moving picture. So I don't, and I think it was puppet animation, but it still looked better than Spider Verse. So I
Yeah.
don't.
Animation was not my problem with the 2012 TMNT, which for the most part the
Mm,
animation was smooth. They didn't do that very often. Um,
mm,
I don't think I like Turtles when April's a teenager. I think that's like one of the biggest things that keeps me from getting into it. Like anytime they make April a teenager.
Yeah,
mm.
I should. Well, a couple of them it hasn't
That
been
was the
too
last
bad.
time we had White April, by the way.
Yeah. But it's like I think maybe they think like the whole like and it wasn't just Donnie. Technically, all of them had a crush on April, but it's become more Donnie over time. They think like Donnie's crush on April is less weird if she's closer to his age, though he's still a giant turtle, so that's weird in
No,
itself.
no.
But I just liked it where um, all their crush on April was like younger kids having crush on an older woman. You know, like it's not supposed to be reciprocated. Or the option for it being reciprocated is not even supposed to be there. It's kind of a joke.
Mm,
Yeah, and I agree with that, Alpha. He's like, April's supposed to have access to the world the turtles don't, and a teen April has limits on where she can go. She barely has more access to the world than they do. Like, she could walk around in public, you know, she could go to the library or something, but she's not this like established journalist reporter who can get media access to places or other things that even like a normal person couldn't get into.
mm, yeah.
Yeah.
I also hate it when they make Casey Jones a teenager as well, but they pretty much do any single time they make April a teenager. Like they just age everyone down to that. And it's like, no, Casey Jones should be about April's age. They don't have to develop a relationship in any series. I don't think that's necessary. But there's other aspects of him being that age that I think makes his character better, especially because, like, in some ways, the turtles are being teenagers more naive than the adults, right? So, like, Casey's supposed to have this kind of grungy, cynical view of the world that you just doesn't work as well if he's a teenager.
Well, it depends on what he is growing up like. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, but like when a teenager's like that, you kind of laugh at them because no matter what they went through, you're like, dude, you've got your entire life ahead of you, right? When an adult's like that, even somebody who's already like in their mid 20s, you're like, yeah, I kind of get your character.
Yeah.
And I think that gets me every time because I'm probably one of those few people that like the two main human characters more than the turtles. Like, I like both Casey and April more than the turtles. I don't dislike the turtles. I think they're all cool. It's just Casey Jones was always my favorite character.
Yeah, especially once they introduced him.
Mm-hmm.
Or once he's able to be
Bloodlines 2 came out, and apparently it's not even an RPG. Apparently, it's like a Bioshock, System Shock kind of thing. Because the Chinese room was brought in at the last minute to make a game because the people had already pre-ordered it, so they didn't know what to do. Paradox didn't know what to do.
I don't think I've ever liked a Vampire the Masquerade game. I'm sure I'd probably enjoy playing the tabletop, but like any of the tie-in stuff they made, I don't think I've ever enjoyed it.
I mean, they also made, I bet a couple years ago, they made a Werewolf the Apocalypse game, but it wasn't an RPG. It was a beat 'em up, like hack and slash, thing, like God of War or something.
Yeah.
But that's kind of no one can make good RPGs anymore except for I think the studio that made Rogue Trader.
I've heard nothing but good things about Rogue Trader.
Yeah, but you can't really adapt the World of Darkness properties into video games and have it not be an RPG. It's kind of hard.
No, you absolutely could. Now, I think the problem is, do they have the audience that wants things that aren't RPGs, right? That's the bigger question. Because I would believe that if most of your audience is used to playing your game in like this tabletop fashion, that they're probably the type of people that would be more likely to purchase it in RPG form. I think there's all kinds of stuff, especially that one. Like a beat 'em up game, if it was like a dark, gritty beat 'em up, right? That could be fine if you did the proper market research to know that your audience would play a beat 'em up game, right? And you also marketed it properly too, because nobody likes to be misled.
Yeah.
Because with the World of Darkness tabletop franchise, certain games I would have difficulty seeing work as an RPG outside of tabletop, like Mage, the Awakening and stuff.
Yeah, like I think you could do an action RPG that's like an isometric style, and that wouldn't violate it too much.
Well, speaking of RPGs, are any plans for us to get Final Fantasy on the way again anytime soon?
Dude, I have not been able to like talk to anybody about it. Like, first off, getting a hold of Dillard is hard.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially lately, it seems. He's been away for about 3 weeks, too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, not in, like, the DM stuff and all that on Twitter. So.
Yeah. Like, I know some people are even looking for him, too. And I was like, the only person that has his personal phone number is, like, Marsupial.
Well, I have his phone number.
Who you talking about
exactly? Oh, yeah. Well, I would assume you did, too.
Who you talking about exactly?
Dillard. John Dillard.
Oh, Dillard. Yeah. Yeah, it's very hard. Yeah, it's very hard to contact.
And then I don't even know Buck's schedule right now either. It's like I haven't even really bothered working too much on it because I haven't been able to keep in contact with everyone.
That's unfortunate. I'd like to finish that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of some campaigns I want to run, but that just not a group to run with. I might. I will join Esper the Bards. Try to join Esper the Bards. Campaign he has going on Discord right now. Esper is a YouTuber, D&D YouTuber.
Yeah. I think at this point though, too, like if everybody was available, I would get back to working on it so we could run the campaign because it is like a long-term one, and you guys only really finished chapter 1 out of, like, 5. And so it's like you're not even halfway through the game yet or anything,
Yeah.
right? Um, but in general, like, I'm just more concerned, I think, about getting the X Dynamis Chaos, like, tabletop rule set and everything running.
Yeah. Well, any chance of maybe, I guess you can start over with that one, but starting over with a new crew, new bunch of people?
Yeah, we could do that. And if we were gonna start over, we could, like, literally do any game. Like, it wouldn't even have to be the same kind.
Yeah. Because I also have a buddy that was been talking about wanting to do it.
If I focused on getting my tabletop running, like the beta version, because a stream setting would be a great way to test it out, like iron out the kinks and everything for other people. I would not mind running some one shots in it.
Well,
And the way the game is built, you could import used characters from previous one shots into the next one. If you just like became attached to the character you were using.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't know if I show up for that. No, I don't even know what the X Diamonds Chaos World even is.
That's Metal's World.
I know, but I don't even. I know who made it. But I don't know what it even is.
Oh, I know.
It's complicated.
I know
Exactly.
it a little. I'd like to do something like that for Cross Comics too. But
I'm not sure. I mean, I thought of making a like a tabletop war game for the space part of my world. But I don't know
When you say
about. I
war
don't know
game,
like
you mean like Warhammer or more like old school chainmail?
like Warhammer. Like you have
Okay.
these these toy soldiers.
Well,
Yeah.
you used figures, if you had them. Some people just use like slips of paper or whatever for chainmail as well. It was just like lower size sieges and everything. The predecessor to Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
It's also where the term magic missile comes from.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah. Uh, I realized I hadn't touched Kenshi in such a long time. Like wow, it's been months since I've been working on projects nonstop. When this project got coming out on Kickstarter. Kenshi, if you don't know, is a video game where there's this post-apocalyptic world, sci-fi world, and this bunch of factions fighting each other over domination of this world.
yeah,
You play as whatever. I do mean whatever. It's a build a character game.
Yeah,
You
it's
pick
it's
one
a
of the
pretty
races,
boring game.
and you drop, and you can have multiple different starts as the way you start the game at. You try to survive, and you can just do whatever. I mean, Kenshi is popular. They'll play. I think they'll play a game. Well, I don't know how popular it is, but there are plenty of videos of people playing it and trying doing crazy stuff online. Like go on YouTube. There's there are plenty of people out there love playing this game.
I'm sure there are.
And then they record this and record it and post it online. They're just doing crazy stuff in it. It's also popular for modding community as well.
There's a lot of people that all they want is a sandbox, which is basically the exact opposite of what I want in a game.
Yeah, like like you. I mean, there are factions in the game, and that don't like it. That will fax the rules, and you can't technically you can work with any of these factions. There's also, but it has no game has no ending, and you can just do whatever you want in this game. Like you can build outposts whatever here. Like there are consequences to your actions. The world does react to you, but you can just yeah. It's like it's do whatever you want in this game kind of thing. It's not as extreme as like Minecraft, which doesn't really have the setting. This actually does have a defined setting, at least as defined
Minecraft
as like
absolutely has a
Fallout.
defined setting.
Well, the Kenshi's world is as defined as like Fallout. So there's actual lore to these factions and why they're there and stuff. But difference is that there's no main quest at all. Yeah, but
Sidewalk.
when we mean Minecraft has defined setting, I thought it's just Lego.
First off, Minecraft setting is not Lego. Uh, but no, there's actually like lore for things in Minecraft. There are specific things, like how they got there, what they are. It even has a main quest, which is to kill the Ender Dragon.
No,
I mean, you could keep playing after you kill the Ender Dragon. It doesn't end the game or anything like that. But no, there's an actual setting. You can stumble upon
no.
villages. There's lore about like the natives to the area and everything.
Yeah, I know there's people that have made up some narratives for that sort of stuff too.
Oh,
But like when they made the Minecraft movie, they actually had plenty of information to pull from. They didn't have to make up too much. There's even a Minecraft story mode that fills in a lot of this lore, like that game that's literally just called Minecraft Story Mode.
yeah, I know this game called Story Mode that has a story, but I didn't think
Yeah.
the actual word of Minecraft itself when it first came out as a story.
Well, it's something that the team was building up as they went. You know, it's not like they had everything planned when they got into it, but it does have a defined setting.
No, I didn't know because Kenshi is not similar to Minecraft. It's in terms of gameplays. I don't know how to describe it. Because it's like a real time strategy, but also an RPG where you build a party.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I've seen people play it.
Hmm. It just look boring to you.
Yeah.
You still there, Alpha?
He's still drawing.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's like
But yeah.
yeah. So
Just
yeah,
don't
with
Okay,
forget.
okay, I'll tell
Kenshi
you
has a
why. I could see ways in which I would have fun.
yeah,
But I
but
don't think I could have fun in that game by myself because I just don't care to figure out what I want to do. I don't know if it has native multiplayer or if you have to mod that in. But if I was playing it with other people, I could probably have fun in it. But that's like that
you
with
probably
any
have
of
to
these more
mod multiplayer in.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because that's like the
because
with any of these big like sandbox games is like I already have a sandbox I can work in. I don't need a video game for that. I don't want a video game for that. But if I'm playing with other people, I'm fine in engaging in the sandbox because that's what they want to do, and a lot of the fun comes with the people you're playing with, not necessarily the game you're playing.
mm.
Oh, and don't forget to put the shield emblems on his one boot and his gloves. I think you'd see them on in that last frame you do in Alpha.
Because yeah, because Kenshi's also a very brutal video game. You have limb damage, and you can actually lose limbs, and you have to get prosthetics. So, and your characters also dying is a lot more realistic than a lot of games in that you actually bleed out.
Yeah. Well, I know, like it's a game that punishes you even from the character creation menu, right? Because like how you decide to make your character does impact the game itself, like how tall the
Mm,
character is, how lanky their limbs are, like whatever minute thing
mm,
you pick.
mm. So, then you have different races and stuff. Yeah.
There's a Alpha. There's a look up mine for the glove.
And race actually, your race you choose actually matters because there's a one faction in the game that's literally a human premises. So
But actually, you probably want it down just a slight bit more than it is on this glove.
Well, it also depends on how tight the material is, right? Like how much does the material rotate with his wrist?
Yeah.
a
It's
Kenshi
something that
sequel is
people
coming
don't think
out.
about with patterns in their
So
clothes when they draw their
I want
characters. They don't think about rotation.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm
I want to
saying.
ask
Oh, sorry. Go
I
ahead.
want I want to ask do you think this Kenshi game will ever be as big as something like Fallout or whatnot?
It's not something you can predict. Could it have the potential? Sure, but it's chaos theory. There's too many factors. And especially there is a big problem with a series. It's hard to know how big anything can get anymore because there's too much.
Even when there wasn't a lot, you never know what's going to take off and what's not.
Yeah, but back then though, it was easier to carve out your niche, right? Now it's
Yeah.
hard. Instead of carving out like a niche in gaming, right? Like this is the kind of like wasteland RPG. Now all you can get is carve out a niche in your community.
Yeah.
So the niche, I think Kenshi's niche is probably like open world sandbox game that allows you doing all sorts of crazy stuff. But but what other games exist in that niche? Like what is
Oh, it doesn't matter about how particular it is, right? Like what I'm talking about back then is like when a game was on, say, I don't know, let's go back to PlayStation 2 era, right? There weren't as many things that were in the same genres as each other. There was some big stuff, like there were the popular genres always. There's tons of RPGs, and there are tons of RPGs from that time that nobody remembers, right? But if you had a more particular genre during that time, with everybody coming into gaming, because that was like the biggest boom in gaming, was PlayStation 2, and on the tail end, the DS were kind of crossing over with each other. You had more than tripled the amount of people playing video games from before that era. So if something was big and it was like the game you associated with that like genre of games back then, that's been almost permanently associated with people, and big franchises were made that way. If you're like a smaller person coming out, it's not like you couldn't become massively popular. Like now, I think Stardew Valley is more popular than Harvest Moon as a franchise, right? And without Harvest Moon, you wouldn't have Stardew Valley. It's possible for stuff like that to happen,
mm,
but it's more likely now, even with all these other big things and stuff, that you're just going to find your million or so. Like, and these are still bigger people, but like million or so purchasers, buyers, followers, and you may not expand outside of that. Like it is harder now. It's easier now to find your audience than it's ever been, but it's also harder now to explode into that massively popular thing.
mm. Yeah, but yeah, so the thing with Kenshi, I think it might appeal more to the Elder Scrolls people, but not really the modern. I don't think Skyrim could ever play it. I don't think. I'm not sure. It's just that brutal. So
But you know what?
like,
I
it's
don't
not
think
real.
you should want things you like to be massively popular, personally speaking. I think you just want it
Mm.
to be popular enough that it can survive, that it can sustain itself, right?
Mm.
Because when things get massively popular, normies ruin them.
I mean, I don't. In this case, I don't know how it can. It's just like a private company.
Well, and you hope you stay private, but a lot of times when things get popular enough, they go public because there's more money to be
Why?
made when things are public.
Why when the game? Why you just keep selling the game? I don't get it.
It just depends on the people behind it. Like a lot of times when something stays a private company, it's because everything feels personal. Which in this case, this game probably would stay private no matter what. But it's because it feels personal to the people owning it. But then, like you wait a generation later, and the original people working on it aren't hands on anymore. Somebody else is running the company, and they're the ones that decide to take it private or take it from private to public. So you just never know how the future ends up in things. You could even like the founder of a company could give it to his like son or something, and then the son just doesn't care about it as much as the dad, and then took it public or sold it to somebody else.
Yeah, that can always happen, and that's
But you might get like a good 15, 20 years or so out of something before there's even the risk of that, and then it just depends on who takes over after them.
and what's what sort of legal stuff you set up, so whether that can happen or not. This
Mhm.
company cannot be sold, no matter what.
Yeah, but you know what?
There's ways of
The
getting
problem
around.
with that is that it's not enforceable, right? If the person who like signed that originally puts it over, it's like, well, who did they give it to? Like, what's the enforcing side of that contract? Is it somebody's estate? Well, if the person who you sold the company to is the inheritor of your estate, all they have to do is wait till you pass away, and then the estate itself can back out of their side of the contract, right? Now, if you have put somebody else in charge and you pass away, and maybe your child wasn't the person in charge, but they're still the inheritor of your estate, well, then it's up to them whether they want to keep in their side of the contract or not, right? So you're still in the same boat regardless. The people in charge might buy your son out
Yeah,
because they care about the money more than your project. You don't like you can mitigate this to some degree by instilling certain values into your child, involving them very early on, like making them like and appreciate this project like it's a family thing. There's things you can try to do to mitigate it, but at the end of the day, you have no control over the generation after you.
true. No control over anybody, what they do.
But still, a generation's a long time, right? Depending on how well you do, if you don't want to retire, you could go anywhere between you ran this company for a decade to you ran this company for 50 years.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta figure out what I want to do with these spaces that are the light green, the lime green that's on the outside. What do you think? Well, besides that, filling in the spots that are the same color as the border, what do you think of the? I probably need to do more stuff on the White
I
House.
think in that compressed image, right, because everything's small in the distance, the flat colors look really good.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I don't think you should put too much shading on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing with me is I'm doing a project on Kickstarter. The Kickstarter, yeah, you know how you gotta wait to see if they submit your project okay to fund. You gotta
Yeah,
say
approval.
yeah, it says like 1 or 3 business days, but I don't know, but I don't know how to submit it, like or they already checking. I don't know.
Oh, I think you get an email
Oh,
once it's approved.
Not yet.
Because I've done it before. It's just last time I did it was 2017. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying to remember. That's a while ago. That's almost a decade.
looking good, Alpha.
Mhm. And it was a failed Kickstarter too. I got like 10% of what I needed, but it was fine. It was like one of those what's it called? Low risk, high reward situations where we only did the bare minimum we needed to set up the Kickstarter with an expectation that's like, yeah, well, this will be done within the next 6 months so we can send it out. Like, I put the timing on there so that people would know when to expect it if it did fund. But it just didn't end up funding.
Yeah, I realized I've been on this bandwagon trying to get this comic company set up for like 5 years now, 4 or 5. Yeah, I just realized.
I would love to work on that story though, if I could find somebody who wants to draw it. Maybe
Like
split
this
the
whole
profits with them.
like this whole project I've been doing, trying to set up this comic universe. I've been doing it for like 5 years now. Been trying to set this up. No one cares.
5 years is nothing, right? Like
Yeah.
I've been doing stuff like this for 4 times as long as that, and then Rick's probably been doing his for twice as long as I've been doing it.
Yeah, I've been doing my stuff for since I was like 15, around there.
Mhm.
Probably even a couple years before that I started. Heck,
No,
some of my stuff.
my first superhero character that's part of this Cape Wake universe. That's what I'm gonna call it. First superhero character I thought of when I was like 13. So
Yeah, it was.
no, I was
I could
almost
have been.
13.
I could have easily been 13. And actually, in some ways, I didn't realize they would be a part of it. My Transformer type characters that I have, I created when I was in like grade 5, or grade 6, 7, or 8. They go back that
Yeah, yeah,
far.
no. I think I was almost 12 when I first started Doomfist.
4.
So, 8, grade 7, add 5, was 12.
I made my first characters that I still use in some fashion today when I was 4. And I drew them, and they weren't great, but for a 4-year-old, they were pretty good drawings.
Yeah.
And I drew my first comic when I was 8. I wish I still had it. But that's actually, I remade it. Which Hymn of Valor #1 is a remake of the first comic I ever drew. And, you know, 8-year-olds aren't very good at making comics. I kept the story the same. It's way better than it was back then.
Yeah.
The version back then, if I had it still, would suck. This one, not so much.
Oh, that's good. Well, it's that time again, folks.
It is. It is that time.
Anything you'd like to promote, Metal?
Yes, just the normal. The people go over. I hopefully will have stuff up soon. I want to get back to writing more than anything, but xdynamuschaos.com, where you can find all of my stuff in the greater X Dynamis Chaos universe, whether it's writings, comics, or whatever.
Cool.
Get a copy of Realms and Relics. It's a really good manga style book. If I know whoever is listening to this out there does not have a copy of Realms and Relics, because like only 1 or 2 people have ever bought a physical copy.
Eventually, I will.
Yeah. It's cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
you got
charge
it
much
on
for my
Amazon,
and I
copy.
have
right?
nothing. I
Indie
have
Planet.
nothing to pitch. Yeah, and I have nothing to pitch.
Well, you could pitch your
Because
channel.
No, he wants to wait 3
wait,
days so he can
yeah, I
pitch his
have
Kickstarter.
no, because no, I just don't want to. Don't I just people can't endorse me yet. So
Okay. Oh, well, I'd ask Alpha if he wants to pitch anything, but he's not talking.
he can still pitch it. You can put it in the chat. I'll read whatever he says for him. I'll be your voice alpha.
Okay, anything you want to pitch, Alpha? Promote?
Yes, he wants you to play Hyper Dragon Ball Z, which I remember that's that game that he worked on and he was sharing around. Looked pretty good. It was like a Mugen-based fighting game.
And if he has a link to it, he can put it in the chat. And while he's possibly doing that, just everybody remember to go check out the Canadian Shield 3 on whatchamacallit, Fund My Comic. The campaign is supposed to be shutting down this Saturday at like 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So Eastern Standard Time.
Here, I'll put it in the YouTube chat there. Boom. There's his link.
You can invite me over again if we have a closeout stream or something.
Yeah, probably.
I hope I probably will have read those comics by then, because because I just
and it will be transferred into a store, and I probably will be. I gotta get a bunch more set up this week. Probably Monday next week. I'll be putting it up on Kickstarter as well. So, although I'm not probably going to do a lot of promotion while it's on Kickstarter, I just want to. I got myself a small goal, $200. I might even change that, lower it, and hopefully get people interested. I'm not sure whether some people didn't fund because of my comic, but whether they're interested in that or not. But anyways, yes, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for everybody coming on the panel. It was great having you all here. And thanks for everybody in the chat coming by. It's great having you all here. I will be back, of course, tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern doing more of this. So we'll catch you all later. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all. And Outcast says, all right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day.